when the casting directors for Is It Cake got in touch with me, I was like, nope.
You were like the first runner-up, which is really super cool.
We're just fangirling right now.
They were like, she's crazy. Let's put her on the show.
We want to know what your journey was like. How did you get here?
I took the 401.
You're adorable.
I did a lechon cake. I did a lumpia Shanghai cake. Yeah, of course. For my people. I'm so proud of my heritage. I'm going to say this on this show. Like, I'm going to talk about being Filipino. Not because I was trying to make a point. I was just like, that's who I am. Like, of course I'm going to say this. Why wouldn't I say that?
What's good, titas? You got Jada.
I'm Kai.
Mickey.
Tita Jess.
And we are calling all boss babaes and creative kabayan.
It's a special break today, guys, so come join us.
I know, right?
So giggle.
I'm like pretty shocked already by this guest, but she really redefines what it means to be a tita. Like all of our guests are so good at that.
1,000%.
1,000.
And you know what? I say this every week.
Can we all? He's been getting angry lately. Y'all better start
Honestly,
listening.
but like we all know the power of social media. We all know the power of engagement. So if you could just like, click a button, hit subscribe, like our stuff. We finally got some comments. Shout out to the person that named out Purple Bake Shop last week on our episode. Thank you. I will be checking them out. Mississauga is far from me though, but I will be going to the Don Mills location to check out Purple Bake Shop. But speaking of cake and ube cake, our guest today, I know we've kind of started alluded to it, but she's like literally living my dream life. Like if I were to have like a final career, it would be her. And I'm so jealous, but I'm so excited to have her on the show today. She is a Toronto, Filipina-based cake artist, and she's worked with some amazing brands like Lush, Lululemon, KitchenAid, Gay Lee, and some of you know my relationship with Gay Lee. We're a little bit testy, but you probably would have seen her on the very first season of Is It Cake. She made it all the way to the championship round. She came back for Is It Cake Holiday, and now she's most recently been a judge on Bake Master Battle. So I would love for you guys to give me a great big welcome to April Julian.
Yay! Cake boss babae.
Honestly.
Gosh.
Dream.
Hashtag.
Who are they talking about? Is she here?
Talking about you, girl.
Yes. So we are so excited to have you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So we can kick it off. First, we like to start off with our Tagalog phrase, our Filipino phrase of the week.
We're in this together.
She's like, don't test my Tagalog.
Before we started filming. The phrase that we have is discarte and arte. So
Arte.
arte. So here's the thing. I always thought that arte means like stubborn because I always got told like, oh, you're arte all the time.
Same.
Is that not?
Wait, isn't arte like extra?
Yeah, that's what I
is that
thought.
what it
Like,
is?
oh, arte.
So
But then
when
there's
my dad always
ma'arte.
calls me ma'arte,
Yeah.
Yes.
I always assumed it's like you're overacting. You're like you're
Yeah, like
being,
extra. Like,
or
yeah.
OA was the
extra?
other one.
That's how
I
took
thought it was stubborn. 'Cause
Extra.
Yeah, my Lola would always tell me you're being arte, like you're so hard-headed, you're so stubborn. That's what I thought arte means.
I just want
That's what I know it to
disclaimer,
mean.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being too much. Okay, snap that.
Oh,
True.
that's
It says
my...
original meaning is art or skill, refer to acting usually in a dramatic or unnecessary over-the-top manner.
so
Okay,
extra.
so it is.
It's very fitting.
That's like, what's the one for being lazy?
Tamad.
Tamad.
Yes.
I thought it meant like my grandma's calling me skinny. But
Thanks, Lola.
a little more, yeah. Then I found out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have actually been on the hunt for ube cake.
Okay.
Do you make
Ooh.
ube cake?
I do.
Will
yeah.
you teach me?
I
Shoot your
absolutely
shot.
can. Yeah, my favorite way to make ube cake is to turn it into tres leches. Ube tres leches. Yeah.
Yeah, because the ube texture is really difficult to work with sometimes, especially if I'm trying to do like a classic cake. But
Okay.
Okay.
Do you do a chiffon?
No.
Okay.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong.
I always do a chiffon. It's just like spongy and light. And then I soak it in like condensed milk, evaporated milk, whipped cream, and a little bit of ube extract. And then I take whipped cream and do like half of it regular and then half with like a little ube extract.
Yeah.
So it looks like this ombre, like dark purple, light purple,
I will
white.
be taking notes.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah. I should have brought some. Sorry.
I was just like condensed milk.
We know that you are a cake boss babae, but what
that.
is your favorite dessert? Is it cake or?
No. Wait, but no.
What's your favorite Filipino dessert?
Oh, I just made one. Oh my God, why?
We can list out a few.
Okay, top 3.
It is sans rival.
Oh yes.
I was like, what is it called? I just made it.
I can inhale that stuff like no one's business.
Because the thing is, like, the first time I had it, my mom never made it. And the first time I had it, I think I was at, obviously, a Filipino party. And I was like, what am I eating? And then I never had it again. And I never saw it in the grocery store. So I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, like, as I got older, I was like, what's this thing that I had? It was, like, nutty and crunchy and chewy and like, all these delicious things. Sounds real well. So now I make it at home.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
No, I love
Oh, and turon. I love turon.
yeah,
Let's take a moment.
Yeah.
Hot turon. Oh my god,
Gosh.
Yeah, moment for Turon. Okay.
I love it. Yeah.
We are going to salivate, but we will be right back to learn more about April's caking journey. Yay!
All right, everybody, welcome back. We're here with April Julian. So we want to know what your journey was like. How did you get here?
Well, I took the 401.
Mickey, did you get that?
Taking notes.
So Mickey's a baker. I actually went to culinary school too, so I feel like we're just fangirling right now.
Totally.
So how did you do it?
You know what? My path like makes no sense. Nothing I studied led me to this point. I studied economics and labor relations at U of T. And actually, I used to work nearby at IBM. So as I was driving over, I was like, hey, there's my old office. But I've always sort of been a maker at heart. You know, when I was a kid, instead of watching like Saturday morning cartoons, I was watching, and Food Network didn't exist, right? So I was watching PBS, you know, like Julia Child, Jack Coquin, etc. And I was just always obsessed with making stuff, whether it's like crafts or baking and stuff like that. So, you know, I did the Asian six-pack in school, like studied science and math, pursued that career because, you know, that's what my parents wanted me to do. But I spent my time outside of all that pursuing my hobbies and allowing my creative juices to be, you know, to flow and that side of me to be fulfilled. And I don't know, like somebody with no expectations. The stuff that has happened to me since Is It Cake is nothing I could have ever imagined. Like it's not even a dream that I pursued because I was like, that's not for me, that's for somebody else.
Yeah.
And then the universe kind of pushed me. Like I'm so risk averse, like I would never have even pursued the opportunity if it was presented to me. Yeah. In fact, when the casting directors for Is It Cake got in touch with me, I was like, nope, this is a scam. I'm not going to talk to you.
Wow. No way.
So I resisted.
No way.
Yeah. And I actually just talked to her the other day and she's like, you were the worst. She's like, you were so reluctant. You were so hard to get a hold of. Like, you didn't trust us at all. And I think that actually was part of why I was so relaxed in all the sort of interviews they do with me and the producers, because I was like, oh, so you have a show. Yeah. You know, like, okay, tell me about this. And they were like, she's crazy. Let's put her on the show. Perfect. Yeah. And that's kind of it. Like, this is the one time I was like, and it wasn't even me. It was the people around me that were like, you need to call them back and find out what this is that they're talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, it just sounds so nuts. Like, there's no way that this is real. And then after they like pursued me through all these different avenues, they're like, just find out. And I did. And it was
Amazing.
just from there.
And you made it to the final too, so obviously
Yeah.
they knew what they were looking for, and they saw a talent in you for
And
sure.
you got
I
personality.
also totally thought it was like application, like
Same.
scenario, or I thought you applied to be on the show. I didn't realize that they were.
No,
That's
man.
how like, a lot of reality TV shows are doing things. They're just DMing people now.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I had 200 followers that were like all my titas and titos. And I was just like,
Shout out to
there's
them.
no way like this can be real. Like, how would you have
How
found
would you find me? Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
And this is during COVID too. And they're like, you have to come to LA. I'm like, oh, you want me to get into a white van? Right? At the airport? Okay. Yeah, right?
I'm a 401 girly.
Like, you know I'm in Canada, right? You know, like we're not allowed to fly, like all these things. We're like, yes, we know.
When I first saw you on the show, I perked. First, I was like, "Oh, sick, Toronto." And then I was also like, "Yeah, I think she's Filipino." that moment when you know you find another,
And then you already know who you're rooting for. Instantly, you know.
Was it the nose? The nose?
We talked about that.
Yeah?
Maybe there's like a Filipino nose
It was
that
the
I don't
talent.
That's what
have.
noses, guys. Don't talk about
Beautiful
noses.
nose.
It's gonna be the whole section.
We all have beautiful noses, but it's a Filipino nose.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so tell us, what was the very first like realistic cake that you made, and what was the occasion? Why did you even decide to try it?
I would say the one that's the most sort of realistic. There were two, and I can't remember the timing. One was a Air Jordan sneaker, high top, and someone had asked me to make it as a groom's cake.
Oh.
And my husband's like so crazy, like you don't have no idea how many sneakers we have in our house. And so I was like, okay, let me try to make it as real as possible.
Yeah, so you
I
had
kinda
like a
wanted
real
to-
life model.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
References.
And it turned out really, really, like I was like, oh, look at that! Look what I can do. And then the other one was for my mom. It was for her birthday. I was just like, she loves orchids. And so I made her an orchid cake in a pot. And I sort of like antiqued the pot, made it look like, you know, when you have like a clay pot and it kind of gets like sort of salt stains on the side because of water leaching. So I did all that. I put the little like grassy stuff in there. And then I made like cellophane and like wrapped it. And so I brought it as if like this was her birthday present.
Wait,
And she was like,
you
oh, thank you for my orchid.
I'm like, well, wait.
You made cellophane out of something edible?
Yes. Wow. What was it? It's gelatin. It's very easy.
Yeah.
You know.
I do know.
Yeah.
You let it dry.
Yeah, it's annoying and like it doesn't taste great, but it's cool. It's cool to see.
Cool effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like don't
Mad
eat it,
scientist.
basically. Yeah.
It is science.
Yeah, it is science.
It's like science art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was like, okay, like I can take this like weird analytic brain that I've been developing by taking the Asian six pack and use it
I
towards
love that term so much.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so then you made the orchid. When did you start posting on social media? Like, was it fun, or how do you find that space of being a content creator?
Oh God. So when I started making like decorative cakes in 2007, and I think that precedes like Instagram. I don't remember when Instagram came out.
Yeah. I think Instagram was like 2010-ish.
2010, 2011.
Yeah.
Because I know like my very first cakes were all on Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, we have Facebook.
Yeah. So, and I wasn't posting it for an audience, right? Like Facebook initially was just like, oh, like look what my daughter did.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So again, like I had no intentions of making this
Just
my
sharing.
personality. And I just got very lucky. I really think it was just like the universe is like, girl, I'm gonna force you to be creative. I'm gonna force you to follow the path that makes most sense for you. I'm gonna force your hand because you won't do it yourself. And so that's what happened.
I love hearing that, just because we were raised with this idea of like your journey is linear. You go, you do the six pack, you graduate, you get the house, you get married, all of those things. But if anything, we know that no one's journey is linear. So it's such a jump, like to go from economics, this is just my hobby. Now you're on a show on
Multiple
Netflix.
shows.
You know, of all shows, which like also I love that show. Like I get so excited when there's like a new one for every season
Yeah. No, it's
for
such a fun
holidays.
show.
But yeah, no, I think that's so awesome.
And people say it all the time. It sounds so cliche. Like, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, if this would have never. There's no way. I was a director of education for like a civil rights organization for 13 years.
Wow.
Hello.
So crazy.
Like, if you would have told me like you're gonna be on Netflix one day and like one of the most popular shows that's ever been on
Like
Netflix,
literally.
okay.
Yeah.
The universe really said what's meant for you is for you.
Yeah.
That I can't say anything else about it. Like, there's nothing I personally. In fact, I was so reluctant. Like, I tried to like, no, universe. Yeah. I was like, yes, you're gonna do this, girl. So I cannot accredit it to anything that I did other than like be a creative person and pursue that passion in my own way. And then the universe was like, girl.
Let me tell you something. You know what you're gonna do.
You go learn today.
And how did your parents respond at first?
Yeah, that's
That's a good question.
very interesting.
So it's so funny. I remember distinctly when I told my mom that I was going to go film Is a Cake. We were in her backyard and she was gardening. And I was like, so, Mom, I got cast in this show and I'm going to fly to Los Angeles next week. And she's going to be mad that I said
Love you, Tita.
She's like, gardening. And like, she didn't even look up. She's like, oh, okay. I was like, okay.
That's on brand. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was good. I thought it was big news, but okay. And of course, the show didn't exist, so like there's nothing really to be excited about. You're like, okay, what is that? I've never heard of that before, and even I was like, who knows what this is going to be?
Yeah.
But then when it came out and it was received the way it was received, of course, like again on Facebook, look what my daughter did. So they're very proud, of course. Yeah.
I like how chill they were though, because I feel like if some parents find out, it's like all over their feed.
Yeah.
Like before even anything is happening, right? So at least they gave you space and they're like, okay, we're just gonna let her do her thing. And then when you blow up, they're like, okay, like look at her success. This is great.
That else, as well as like ultimate concern.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
No.
But there wasn't that. I was expecting that. Like, what do you mean you're gonna fly right now? This is
For a
not
show that doesn't exist.
that doesn't exist, right? She didn't even look up. She's like, okay.
But with all of our guests that come on that are successful, like that's the major theme. It's like even though the parents weren't on board initially, there was like a sense of trust and space and like not as much judgment to like let them allow to be what they wanted to be. So
I will say.
You're adorable.
Like, once things blew up, when the show blew up and I was getting lots of like really great commissions from these big brands, it made more sense to make that a career. And like, it was less of a risk. It's still risky, like being my own boss.
Yeah.
But what I remember saying like, oh, should I actually do this? Should I actually quit my job? And I loved my job. But I was like, if ever you were going to do this, like what other time would be the right time?
Right.
Like you were just on this massive show and you have all this interest in you now. Like, why would you wait? Right? So, yeah. Universe.
Sometimes when the opportunity just comes, you just gotta strike while it's hot.
Yeah, otherwise it's like, okay, let me do this 10 years from now when everyone's like, who are you again? So, yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a break right now, and we'll be right back after this. All right. So now you got the call. They hunted you down. You finally said yes. Mom gives the okay. Now you're in LA. Actually, and maybe it's not even the first time, but I guess of all your experience, like what was the most nerve-wracking TV moment that you had?
God, the first day we actually started filming, because that was the first moment I met the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
And I realized like I was the only Canadian person there. I think I was the only person that, didn't have a substantial following, wasn't also like somebody already recognizable on Food Network.
Yeah.
Who's done competitions. And so I just like kind of looked to my left and looked to my right and I was like, did you make a mistake? I was like, oh God, why am I here? Oh my God. yeah, that was really. And actually, so my friend Justin, who was like, he was 18 at the time. I gravitated to him because he kind of had the same sort of like look in his eyes. Like, oh, did they make a mistake? So I was like, we're gonna be friends. Like we both feel like we shouldn't be here. Yeah, we're still friends today.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He was like my son on that show.
Hi, Justin.
But why did you feel like you didn't belong there? And did you feel like looking along their cast members, like did you feel that kind of like tokenism? Like they needed an Asian, they needed a Filipino. Like
Interesting.
Did you find it?
I never
was
thought
that?
about that, but no. There was one other woman there. She's Indian. Her name is Hemu. She's a wonderful person. I love her so much. We're all still friends, like everybody from this original cast, because it's like you just bond. It's such a weird experience. So you really bond with these folks. Why did I feel like, I don't know. Again, it was just like, I recognize you. I've seen you on TV. Like, obviously you're here for a reason, you know. I know you from Food Network. And then there's me with my 200 followers. Like, ooh, like what, why, how am I in, how is this my competition? And I had never competed at all, like on TV. I've done some competitions just like locally. But I've never really put myself out there in that way. I'd never been on TV in that way. So it was all just like, what have I done? I've made a huge mistake.
Maybe okay, so like maybe this way. I know that like with tokenism, we're trying to move away from that, and like people are always talking about DEI, but like I've seen Roselle, like their bakery shop has been, and love their eclairs, so good. And then we've seen like Chef Nui go on. But do you think they're genuinely trying to diversify their cast because there are emerging people in this industry, or do you think they're just trying to fill a void? Like, I think that's always what's so concerning about casting, right? It's like, are we here because you guys really enjoy us and like us, or are you guys just trying to fill a spot to get certain viewers on?
Yeah, you know, I would like to believe that, you know, the process of casting is like, let's just see who has. The thing is, like with TV competitions in particular, the criteria is like, okay, obviously you have to be able to perform well. Specifically, like this type of show, the whole premise is like you have to do this well, otherwise it's no fun. Like people are like, that blob is obviously not, you know,
Definitely
real
not
shoes.
camping.
So you have to actually be able to do it. So that's the first step.
For sure.
And then you have to have some personality, right? Because like it's boring to watch people who, and a lot of bakers, present company excluded, of course, it's such a meticulous thing that you're very scientific about it, and that doesn't necessarily translate into like a grandiose personality for TV.
Right.
So I think, I don't know whether there was like some sort of diversity quota they were trying to fill, but I do know that the people that they chose, and it was actually quite a diverse cast. And that was another thing. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, you know, I loved that first cast, and they were all obviously very talented, very personable, and also happened to be diverse. So
Yeah. I will say I really did appreciate that about the cast is because usually when it's a competition, like, you know, everyone's friends at first and then the competition gets real, but like you guys are all
dead to me.
but like even while you guys are all watching other people compete, like you guys are cheering each other on, you guys are cracking jokes on the side, like the fact that you say that you guys are still friends, like I totally believe that because you guys showed that even amongst or within a competition. So
For sure. Yeah. I don't want to say it's trauma bonding.
It is for sure.
It's a scary
It's
thing.
intense at
It's a
times.
scary thing.
Yeah.
And it was a weird time, you know, like COVID was a weird time. And so all we had was each other because we couldn't, you know, go out into the world and like just explore LA. Like we really had to stay quarantined and like be safe because if any one of us got sick, like the production's screwed, right? So all we had was each other. And it was a really interesting, fun, memorable time. I'll never forget it.
That's
So-
so inspiring.
right?
Go on a show.
We're getting Mickey on a show.
I know, we're getting Mickey on the show.
Okay, so let's
Another
flip the
show.
script and let's talk about your career after Is It Cake. What was it like? Now, you weren't the winner, but you were like the first runner-up, which is really super cool. So when did you start getting calls from brands to do collaborations? What has that journey of your career looked like since the show?
Yeah, it was. So once the show came out, I had done a whole bunch of like, you know how it is when like Canadians get invited to the U.S. party. And all Canadian
yet,
media is like, oh, this girl.
Not yet, but
In the sense that,
but I
like, how our media loves that.
no,
Yeah.
for
It's
sure.
like this Canadian was
Is
asked
here
to
and-
go to this thing and now let's
Yeah.
focus on how cool that is. And so I did a lot of press, like, you know, CBC, Breakfast Television, E-Talk, blah, blah, blah. So my face was just like all over the place. Oh, you know, I was on GMA. No way! Yes! Which was so fun. Yeah. I was like, please don't ask me to speak Tagalog. And they're like, no, sweet. So, yeah. And then I started getting emails from brands because, of course, I think instantly that's such a perfect medium for social media. It's like if I'm selling you tissue and I can capture your gaze by showing someone putting a knife through it and exposing cake inside, like it just became this thing that every brand
everyone was doing
wanted
it.
to do. They wanted that for their social media. And so, it was just like, I was so busy. I remember, and I was still working full time
Oh, wow.
because I wasn't
Hello,
ready
schedule.
to
Yeah.
quit my job. So I just basically like a lot of all-nighters.
Yeah.
And it was very overwhelming in that first year for sure because it was such a novelty, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let me make this burger into a cake, and everyone's like, oh.
It still kind of
Yeah, it's
amazes
really
me that
trending still.
like it became such a viral, trendy thing. Like, is it cake?
cool.
Like
Yeah.
cutting into realistic looking items, you know?
I think it's just jarring. Like the one cake I made that was particular, I think it was probably my most viral was, I don't know why I did this, and I remember it was because it was Super Bowl. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some chicken wings because it's Super Bowl, right? On theme.
yes.
And then I messaged my friend. I was like, what if I made the chicken wings raw? And she was like, do it. So I did. I made a tray of like barbecued looking ones, and right next to it, a tray of raw ones. And I cut into the barbecue ones, like, oh, ha, 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 look at that. You've seen this before. And then I pick up the raw one. I take a big old bite. And people are like, oh, what the hell have you done? Like, it was such a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Very out there.
So awkward. So there's just something about, like, the disconnect in your mind. Like, what the hell just
What
happened?
did
Like,
she just do?
yeah.
I want to ask something for the creatives out there. How do you protect your creativity while working with brands?
The only way, I mean, in terms of what I'm creating, not so much, because it's like, this has to look like a Big Mac, because everyone knows what a Big Mac looks like, and it has to be the exact same color, because it's going to be next to the real Big Mac. There's no, like, leeway there. But in terms of, like, if the brand wants me to be in the video, then I'll just, like, insert my weird personality and do something ridiculous. So, like, in that way, I can kind of find my own way to insert my creativity in the thing. Yeah.
Right.
Nice.
We love that. You're definitely art.
Yes.
Arte.
It takes one to know one.
And now for your daughter, do you make super cool cakes for her birthday?
And that's a good. Nah, she doesn't.
I was like,
expect
she over
that.
it? Or?
I made her once. I remember I was like, what do you want for your birthday? I think she was turning 3. And she was like, I want a strawberry cake. So I was like, okay, like she meant flavor, but I made a giant strawberry and like obviously flavored it strawberry for her. But aside from that, you know, she just wants to have fun with her friends. So like what I've been doing recently is like I'll just make plain cupcakes and her friends come over and we do like cake decorating together, right?
that's
Like then it's more interactive.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, like she doesn't care. But I was saying, like no one, they don't care. They see it so much.
I don't care. It's so upsetting. My son actually asked not to have a cake this year, and I was very distraught by it because that's why I started baking. I really
will
started
take
baking
his
for
cake.
their birthdays because I love
Yeah,
birthdays.
yeah.
I love making birthday cakes. So this year I was like, "What do you want of your birthday cake?" He's like, "I don't want a cake." I was like, "Pardon?" we don't do that here. So I ended up. That's how I started making the cinnamon bun cakes because he asked for cinnamon buns. So I turned that into a cake.
They're so
I
good.
would take a
so
cinnamon bun over cake any day.
No,
to
that's
be
his
honest.
favorite.
They are delicious.
It's our new
yeah.
tradition that we started 2 weeks ago.
Truly. I don't know.
Wow.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break right now. And when we come back, we're going to have our favorite segment, Am I Bastos? BRB.
All right. Am I Bostos? Yes.
Yes.
I am. For those of you-
I think we all are kind of bustos. But I
So
like
we
it.
are here with April, and we are gonna do Bustos Flash. So we have a round. We're gonna name off different segments, and you decide if the person is Bustos or not.
Only me. I'm the only judge of this.
We'll jump in.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
They're fun.
Okay.
Okay.
We won't get through them all if it's all of us.
So first one is only eating the ulam and skipping the rice.
Oh. Bastos.
Bustos.
Yeah. I was gonna say like our titas would be like they'll judge us and be like, oh, like you're getting taba or whatever. But then if we don't eat the rice,
Yeah.
they get mad.
I know.
It's like, bro, which one?
Yeah. No,
Go
you have
eat.
to.
Why are you eating again?
Wait, what? Why are you? Okay.
Okay, this is very like Tita Facebook coded, but
Okay.
posting the food before we eat.
Oh. No, we do that all the time. So if that's like, I guess I'm bastos.
Sometimes I'm like, no one touch a table yet.
Oh, like if you went to a restaurant.
No, also at like family dinners too.
Family jam.
yeah.
The camera eats first.
Totally do it. Yeah.
That's
have to put on
there's
Facebook,
always a
guys.
picture of the spread. You have to have a picture of the Easter spread
Before it's like touched.
Yes.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Taking the last piece without asking "me gusto pa ba?"
Oh. Yeah, that's rude.
Dad, did you hear
Bastos.
that? He's like, do you want this piece? His finger's already on it.
touching right
And I'm like, I mean, I was going to.
What
but
is it though? What is it in specific?
Anything, like anything.
All of it.
Dad, seriously.
No, what kills me the most Filipino, there's a dinner that we had and like there was one piece left where it's like it's one serving.
Yeah.
But everybody just like kept
Cutting
halving
it.
it and halving it and we're like someone just finished it.
My parents do that to each other.
That's right.
So cute.
Well,
You
the
have
last
a quarter lumpia.
the last bite is supposed to signify like you love them, so you will sacrifice your
Yeah.
bite.
So what does that say about my dad?
That you love him.
I'm hungry.
That you love them.
Oh gosh. Okay.
She's like great enough.
Okay, next we're gonna go into the cake section. So
Oh.
cutting into a hyper-realistic cake without asking.
Of
if it's
course,
cake.
bastos. Come on. That's just
Okay.
wrong.
Also, how do you feel about cutting into your own cakes? Is it like, oh my gosh, I'm sacrificing these hours and hours of work that I just did, or is it super satisfying for you?
That's a good question. It's more like nerve-wracking because often, for example, if it's for a brand and a video, I only have one chance to make it a pretty cut.
true.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, oh,
didn't take that in,
If
yeah.
if it squishes weird, if it doesn't want to come off the plate as I'm pulling it out, which often happens.
Yeah.
So I've kind of developed like, okay, if I take it from this angle or this angle, I can kind of, I might give myself two chances to do this. But yeah.
You do test cakes then? Like if you know it's like a big thing.
No, who has time for that?
I'm done. Wow, that's so
These take
brave.
like weeks. So
Yeah.
it's like, I have one chance. I have one chance. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of working with brands, asking for a discount for exposure or a free cake.
Bastos.
Yes.
Louder for the people in the back.
Support.
Am I saying that wrong? Am I using the right pronunciation?
you are-
we don't know.
Bastos, bastos.
We don't know.
I'm
Allegedly, we
sorry.
get
Okay.
that.
Rude. It's rude.
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Comparing your cakes to like Pinterest cakes.
Oh. Who would do who? Me? Do I do
No,
that?
like someone would compare your cake to like a Pinterest cake.
I've never. Does that happen? In what way? In like someone's like, can you make this? Can you? I saw this on Pinterest. Can you
Like
make
they
this for
said,
me?
wow, that raw chicken cake really looks like. No.
I think that's fine. Yeah. Unless they're like, this one's way better than yours. Like, why would you even say that to me?
Don't do that.
Okay. Not supporting your friend's business, but supporting strangers.
Oh, bastos.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Asking a creative how much for like a piece of work or collaboration and then ghosting them.
Oh.
Like someone's reaching out.
That happens to me all the
I'm
time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I hate it.
It's very bastos.
yeah.
Excuse me, it's so bustos.
So arte and bastos.
Oh my god, that
No,
is
it's
my
not.
pet peeve and a half.
Yeah.
Just as a disclaimer for people out there, if something is out of your budget, I love when people tell me, "Oh, that's more than what I expected
I was
to
gonna
pay,"
say, so
or "I
then
wasn't
it's-
expecting that." Like, I would rather that transparency,
Yes.
and I appreciate that than just say, "Hey," instead of just disappearing.
So then it's not bustos as long as we get that clear.
Yeah, you can say
transparent
no.
about
That's
it.
fine.
And you don't even have to be vulnerable with that information. You could just be like, okay, you know what? This is not the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, oh, I wasn't really for this event. Maybe not, but maybe if I had something a little more elaborate that suits that
Yeah.
level of a budget, then that makes sense. But yeah, ghosting in general.
Yeah.
Also, you know what's even worse? If like sometimes what they're asking is like for an entire proposal. So like I've taken time to like write this whole thing out of like how things are going to go down, and you don't even answer me. Like,
Bruh.
Yeah.
I have no words. I've followed up with someone before because I've done all that, and then they're like, "I told you I'd get back to you." Whoa.
and
Bustos. Deleted. Not doing it. There's a level of love that goes into our creativity, right?
For sure.
it's time, right? Like, what is more valuable than time? The time I have with my family and my daughter who's like growing and
Yeah.
like before my eyes is no longer a baby. Like, if you're wasting my time asking me to prepare a quote for you and then you ghost me, that was time I could have spent with my little girl.
Yeah.
So, bastos!
We love the conviction.
I would hate after all this time saying that word 9,000 times that I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time. But
No, you're doing
apologies.
great.
No, you got this.
Yeah, you got
you're
this.
saying it right. As far as I'm concerned, anyway.
I trust you wholeheartedly.
To my standards, you're great.
Okay. When someone comes to you, you've made a cake, and they've asked you how much did that cost?
Depends on who is asking and why.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like my dad is curious.
Yeah.
He wants to know I'm doing well. Or that, like that clearly took a lot of time. Like, I hope you charged a lot for that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But if it's someone that's just, if
Sneaky.
it's someone that's actually trying to like undercut me, bastos.
Bustos.
Have you had that?
Yes.
Like, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bakers will do that. They'll like reach out and pretend to be a customer to like, oh, what would you charge for this?
No
and
way.
then they go and either charge the same or they charge less to figure out pricing. It's a very big thing.
Wow.
Very
Bustos?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
bustos.
Very bustos.
But like, how would you feel then if a baker actually reached out and said, "Hey, can we compare prices to make sure that we're in the same range?" Is that okay or no?
I would respect that more than being
That's
a
more
fake
collaborative.
customer. 'Cause like you said, that's
great.
wasting time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I'm here trying to prepare a quote for somebody, be like, okay, you're a potential client, but really you're just my competition, right? But I've
Yeah.
had people do that, be like, hey, can you help me with pricing? What would you charge? And I'm like, okay, we're very supportive in like the baker
Yeah.
community. Like you
Yeah.
said, you guys are all friends. So
Yeah.
if someone comes me to that level for that kind of like support or guidance, I'm more than happy to like give some sort of instruction.
Yeah, and I was listening to a podcast, and they were saying like, before she asked for the raise, she went to her superior and then she's like, it's like time for raises, right? So she's like, are you okay with sharing how much you make so I can have like a proper evaluation of what I should offer? And she's like, okay, I make this much. So she went into the meeting, she asked for that and they gave it to her. So then she went back to her friend and said, they gave me this much. Like, you have more years on top of me. So you ask for this much. And then she got the raise too.
Yeah.
Right? So it's
Oh,
like,
that's
imagine if
great.
women were like actually supporting each other in that kind of way.
Sure.
Instead of
Yeah.
being like, I want to be the only like women CEO on the board or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And doing that, like how much further we would move up.
For sure.
So, yeah.
For pay equity, yes, of course. Like if we're trying to be like, well, I'm doing the exact same job as you. Like, can you tell me your salary so I don't like undersell myself?
Yeah.
That's different from like underhandedly
Yeah.
trying to like have a race to the bottom. Like who
Oh,
can
I
have the
want a
lowest
cake.
price?
It's an imposter. Like,
Just like 3 toddlers in a trench coat.
Jada.
Oh gosh. Okay.
But they do say that, like in terms of like salary, it's like we should be more comfortable speaking about it
Because men do it on the golf course.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Business is done on the golf course. I can't even play golf. It's like, how do I get out there?
I just want the golf cart.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll be in the golf cart.
Yeah.
I love driving that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we have two more. Bringing a +1 without telling the host.
Oh.
No. Sorry. I mean.
Yeah, no, you need to tell people because there's like an amount
There's
of
preparation.
preparation,
Yeah.
food,
Oh my
right? Imagine if every single person did that, then you don't have enough food, right? You got to tell people.
Yeah.
There's
Also,
not
like,
even
what if you
enough
just like you don't like the person? They're
What if it's someone you love?
Oh, and then they don't tell
Is that
you?
like the small disclaimer? Exception?
I think
You're
I
like,
would
no,
want to know because then I could dress better.
I can't feed you.
Maybe I won't be as mad, but I'll still have to talk to
Yeah.
the person
Yeah,
that brought you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
bro, you
No,
should
you
have
gotta
said
say.
something.
Head count is for reals.
No, absolutely. And then last one, most important, not bringing anything to a potluck.
Oh.
So
Sorry.
we all have very heavy feelings about that one.
You do?
I think so. It's like
Same.
if it says even potluck, like everyone's bringing something. If you show up empty-handed, it's like what the heck?
Yeah. If it's explicitly potluck, everybody should bring something.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially if you have the Excel sheet, you put the name beside it.
Especially if you're at that level of a party, yes.
Yes, no, for sure. But like sometimes my mom is such a giver. She loves to cook. She always wants to be the one that like cooks for us. But I'll invite her, to our house for dinner, and then it's like, don't bring anything. We've got this whole like thing planned. It's like specifically, like it's lasagna and like Caesar salad, and she's like, oh, I'll bring the menudo. It's like, wait, that doesn't really match the menu. But okay, or sinigang like really doesn't match lasagna. Right?
Yeah.
I love when people say don't bring anything though, because like they really mean it. But then like you end up bringing like a fruit or like a bottle of wine.
You should bring something for
something.
the host, like to
Plant.
Yeah.
Fruit is always great call.
Yeah.
It's mango season soon, right? Sorry, I'm so
It's
excited
always
about that,
mango
guys.
season for me.
Guys, Mickey had dried mango today.
I will eat dried mango.
Oh yeah, we can't even talk
Sorry,
about that.
we talked on the last episode of all the things I don't like eating, and mango was on it.
You don't like mango?
And coconut.
Oh, and coconut.
And coconut.
Wait.
Don't.
Yeah, I
see
know,
the
it's
next
exciting.
episode. You'll
Lechon
see all of
skin.
the things that Nikki
Lechon
doesn't
skin.
like, but we still love her.
You don't like lechon flan?
I don't like lechon skin.
Oh, lechon skin.
Wait.
Okay, the judgment.
All right.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Wrap it up.
Safe space.
I'm with you. I don't say, but I don't understand the mangoes and the coconut.
It's a baker
I
thing. It's a baker thing.
I mean, I used to bake. I like lechon skin. Maybe because I'm not baking anymore.
Okay, well-
I
If
think
there's
you
no,
guys
like-
haven't had the right one. I'm
Maybe
gonna say
that's
that.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Well,
need the one
I
from
think
Cebu.
No, we're gonna
Maybe.
go to Golden Lechon, and you are gonna fall in love with lechon. Like that's probably the best lechon. Sorry,
I've never heard of this
Filipinos.
place. I wanna
We
go.
will go. We should take a
That's
TITA
how my
trip.
dad gets it for the holidays.
It's so good. It's not fatty. It's like really, really thin.
I'm not gonna
super
lie though, I like some
crispy.
taba still sometimes.
You are what you got in, okay? Me too.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go. We should all go.
Okay, fine. Well, I'm going to plead my case during the break. And I'll explain to them all of my preferences, but we will be right back.
Amazing. Now, because we're already speaking of lechon, I do want to ask Filipino parties, what would you turn into a cake?
Oh, I've done a lechon cake. Yeah.
No way. Oh, it actually looks
Run the clip.
Yeah.
I did a lechon cake. I did a lumpia Shanghai cake. Yeah, of course. For my people. What are you talking about?
Those are
Of course.
solid.
Yeah. Those were fun. The most you want to pick like the most recognizable, most iconic of
Right.
the Filipino dishes. So I
Yeah.
had to do the lechon and the lumpia for sure.
Is there one that you want to attempt?
I was gonna say.
When Is It Cake first came out and I was doing these interviews, they were asking me that question, like, is there a cake you wanted to make? And I put it into the universe, like, Jollibee, I would love to make a Jollibee cake, and Jollibee did not call me.
Us too, girl. Us too.
We're starting a petition.
So yeah, that's still there. That's still out there.
Hey, still a possibility. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there any ulam that you would think would be like really challenging that you actually would want to take on? I mean, you're someone that does cellophane, so
I don't know, what do you think would be
Like a dinuguan, like
the hardest thing to do, to be honest? Like I could do dinuguan. I can see like whenever someone's like, can you do this? And I'm like, yeah, let me, like I would do this for the sauce and I would do this for the thing. The hardest thing to do is things that are like transparent. So maybe like halo might be hard because it's like, how do you conceal the cake part in the ice part? Like you probably would have this
then all
like
the
thick
different
layer.
layers.
Of,
oh,
like,
and then make the like sagot show. And
yeah. So that might be tricky, but I'd still do it. Also, like, you need the glass, right? You want to be able to see through it.
Yeah.
Unless it's in a bowl. So now I'm like thinking like, how do I
do you make a taste tester?
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because our segment is called Halo Halo. So
Yeah, for sure. That probably would be it. Maybe halo would be a challenge for me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, for the bakers on the show, I didn't even realize this was a debate, so maybe even correct me if I'm wrong. Fondant? Fondant.
People say it both ways. I say
Both?
fondant.
Okay. That wasn't the question, but yeah. I just sounded it loud because I was always like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know. Or like when people say shallots and shallots. Yeah.
Shallots.
Gordon
People say
Ramsay all day.
shallots.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I've heard
Maybe
of
that's
that
just
Okay.
Well, he's British.
Yeah.
Shallots.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I love
Fondant
Gordon Ramsay.
versus buttercream. Is that a real debate?
It
Is
is.
that a thing?
I get that request a lot. I don't think fondant tastes good.
Yeah.
It's not for edible purposes. It's literally if you want the aesthetic. Like if you want
Yeah.
things to look realistic, use fondant, use modeling chocolate. Buttercream is what actually tastes good.
Oh, yes, it
love
does.
buttercream.
Yeah, agreed. I have friends who love fondant, and it's weird because they'll like
Are they
purposefully.
adults?
Wait, what?
I don't like it. I think it's too sweet. I prefer modeling chocolate because it tastes like White Rabbit to me. So that's why I like.
You don't like White Rabbit?
I love White Rabbit. so modeling chocolate tastes like White Rabbit. I like modeling.
Got it. Yeah. I love White
Fondant
Rabbit.
just tastes like sugar paste, which
Yeah.
it's like.
You can't like.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do that. Yeah. So you have to peel the fondant off, and then you can do that.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's like the best part.
Yeah. So buttercream for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the cake that took you the longest to make? And how many? Like, do you know how many hours it was in total?
The longest, it might have been. So this wasn't hyper realistic, but I made it for a competition, and it was a Tim Burton themed cake. And so I was like, oh, he's so it's so iconic, all the stuff he does. So I want, and there were so many movies that I enjoyed of his that I was like, which one do I focus on? So what I did instead was I made 3 like retro TVs. Like kind of the ones you have there. And I made it look like a diorama. So like they were inside these retro TVs was a scene from 3 different movies. So I was making like little tiny sugar characters of like the Queen of Hearts and from Nightmare Before Christmas. And because I'm crazy, I like put lights in it so that if you turn off the lights, it looks like the TV is on. Right. Yeah, that was many. Like I feel like first of all, just the thinking of it, the thinking
Planning it
part.
out.
That's the part that's like when you're talking about like the price of cakes, there's so much thinking before you even start the making, and then you get to the making. So I feel like I don't know. I think I easily spent at least 50 hours on that thing. I don't even know, if not more. Yeah.
That's a full work week. That's more than a work week.
Can I ask maybe a silly question? Do you go straight? Like, do you bleach, or is it like you're taking breaks?
Well, in that case, I have to take breaks. Yeah, but there are times. So I made a bunch of cakes for KitchenAid. That would be like the next longest project, and I worked for 2 days straight, no sleep,
Oh my god.
and I had to show up on set to like slice the cakes and be like, and like, and I was
You're like
straight
delirious.
up,
Delirious.
literally.
Yeah.
So I'm allergic to alcohol. I've never been drunk, but I was like, I am 100% sure this is what it's like to be drunk because I couldn't walk in a straight line. We went out to dinner that night, and I was like, I thought it was so funny, and everyone's like, you're being so dumb. So that was That was a very hard project.
Yeah, I
for
know
sure.
the creative mind when it can't stop. It
Yes.
almost can't.
Yeah.
You can't put it down. So, yeah, the delirious for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I see that you're scanning there. Okay, so just to end things off, what is something that you would tell your younger self before all of this, all the greatness?
Like, do you know that like little girls are like watching you and they're like, wow, she looks like me, and like maybe I can do this now. Like, how does that make you feel?
That it obviously means a lot to me, and I do get. If anyone is a fan of this show, it's children. Because, if ever I do get recognized, it's by kids that are like, Mom, I think. And, can you ask her? That's how it always is. So, and I do sometimes get messages from parents like, my daughter really likes baking. Can you just send her like a little message to encourage her? And I'm always happy to do that. So, for me, like, my parents are very artistic people as well, in addition to I don't know, they're very like right and left brained. So there was never like a moment where they're like, don't be an artistic person, like just focus on science. Just don't make it your career was the message back then. But for my younger self, I don't know, like I feel like I spent so much time, and I think women do this, we're sort of conditioned to always be like, oh, I'm not good enough. Like, that's not really for me. That's for somebody else. That dream is, like I said, that dream is somebody else's dream. It's not really for someone like me. So maybe I would have told my younger self, like, just dream, allow yourself to dream a little bit bigger, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't compare yourself so much to other people, or don't think that that's not possible for you for whatever reason. I thought that. It's just hard to imagine yourself in those kinds of places, right?
This is like my first time crying on the show because usually I'm like waiting for Jada to Kai to cry. I'm like, wait, she's not crying yet. I'm only crying.
Just did a temp check across the room.
But the truth is, like, I wouldn't change this weird little path that I took to where I am now. I wish I was a lot younger than I am right now, because like my aging
Girl.
no, we're all
Debate often about this.
She's a vampire, guys.
Seriously, I don't know how she
Literally
looks at her skin, but it's
witchcraft.
Stop.
If you know death becomes her, she's drinking that Kool-Aid.
But the person I am now, and the fact that, because I don't think I would have been able even to do this interview if I hadn't followed the path that I followed. Because for 13 years, I was working at this organization where I was forced to come out of my little shy shell, because I am by nature a very shy person.
Really?
And I was forced to go and like deliver public speeches like all over Canada to different age groups, from like kindergartners to like senior citizens. And just like through the practice of doing that, engaging with all different kinds of people, all walks of life, about like pretty intense topics, I just kind of was like, oh, okay, like I guess I can talk to people now. And it took 13 years of doing that to be like, I can just a little bit more easily allow myself to not feel like I'm being maarte. Because when I was a kid, it was very much like, oh, I'm too much. I better like be a little bit more quiet, you know? And then, I don't know. I think when I tell people like I'm naturally shy, people are like, really? Because you're so loud.
That sounds familiar.
Sounds a little familiar.
Familiar.
But yeah, as I said, like if I hadn't had that job, if I hadn't had all the jobs I'd had, maybe I would not have been picked for Is It Cake, because I wouldn't have had the personality part of the equation, right?
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, you're such a natural and you're so charismatic. Like, I'm just as stunned to hear that you're shy by nature.
Yeah, you're a light.
Aw.
You're like
come
totally
back all the
emo.
time.
You always have a seat at our table.
Can I just be a TITA?
Yes,
Absolutely.
please.
Absolutely.
So I guess through your journey, what does it mean to you to be Filipino in like the work that you do?
Oh, it's huge. I'm so I'm so proud of my heritage. Like, in fact, that was one thing I was like, I'm going to say this on this show. Like, I'm going to talk about being Filipino. Not because I was trying to make a point. I was just like, that's who I am. Like, of course I'm going to say this. Why wouldn't I say that? And I made a mango coconut cake. So I was like, she would have hated that cake.
Maybe she would have liked your cake. You could have converted her.
Delicious.
Liar. Yeah. So I don't know, like, and maybe, and, you know, growing up as a kid, I didn't see my face on Food Network. I didn't see myself on PBS. So to the extent that that's, you know, representing and like as whenever possible kind of mentioning, like, I'm in my bio, it's like I'm Filipino-Canadian. Like, it's a huge part of my identity, not to try to satisfy anybody's sort of like DEI, you know, it's just like, that's who I am. And like, you can hire me because of that, or you cannot hire me because of that, but that's who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of it.
Sure.
So
Unapologetically.
unapologetically.
Yeah.
Why would I be apologetic? That's like, being Filipino is the best.
It is the best. You hear that, Shay Mitchell? It's
Yes. Hear that? Yes. Yes. Thank you for that. That makes me so crazy. Thank you.
You choked up my loud.
Because that is bastos.
That is us.
Thank you.
I see
That is
this reel
what's
and it said, I hope to be Filipina in every lifetime. And I was like, yes, yes,
good.
girl. Yes, that
Why
energy.
not? I mean, God, there's so much to be like. We have, you know, great food. The culture is amazing.
Good
like,
vibes.
Literally
Good
don't have
vibes.
enough time to list it.
No,
Yeah.
come on.
So is there any like fun projects or upcoming projects that you are looking forward to? Or actually, what are you most excited for that's coming up? Phrase it that way.
Well, what am I allowed to tell you?
Yeah.
Some of it I'm not allowed to say yet.
TITA SALITA exclusive. exclusive.
Yeah.
You guys are our soundbar.
Well, the new spring episodes of Bakemaster Battle are coming out this April. So check it out. And guess what? You can watch it for free because there is a free month of Food Network this
no
April.
way.
So if you
Nice.
haven't seen it yet, you
Perfect.
can watch it for absolutely for free. And in
Watch
this
April,
economy,
Yes.
in this economy,
Yeah.
some free cable is great. Yeah, so that's exciting, and there's a lot of stuff, you know, promotional stuff happening around that. Actually, I'm going to the Jays game on Sunday. So be like, I used to work for the Jays. I never told you that. I used to work for the Jays in
There's
the
some
finance
sport in there.
Yeah, I was in their finance department. So it's going to be so fun to be back at the Dome, being
so
like,
cool.
hey, guys, remember me?
I love all the different lives.
I've had a lot of different
I love
lives.
that.
It's weird. And like, people are like, what do you mean? I got a DM once from someone who was like, I feel like I just watched you eat a raw chicken wing, but I think you taught me constitutional law. That's correct.
Oh my gosh, that's so
You
good.
are right.
Oh man.
No, it's truly inspiring, especially for the creatives out there. It's truly inspiring to just be able to do all these paths, but end up exactly where you are meant to be.
And I can't.
Okay, cool. So that was my baby. Our intern is still in training. Guys. So sorry.
Please keep that.
Were we not on this whole?
No, I think they're queuing us because we're overtime.
It's so
I'm talking
easy.
too
Time
much.
flies when we're having fun. So to just wrap everything up, last question for you is: what would you want your legacy to be?
Oh my God.
You have 10 seconds.
I don't know. That's so hard. I hate it when people are like, what do you see yourself in 5 years? I could never answer that question. My legacy? To try, maybe, you know what? I would love to see more Filipinos in the food entertainment space, to be the ones on a Food Network, to be the ones on Netflix, and just see more representation out there in that world, because I certainly didn't have it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
So whether that's me or somebody else, but yeah, can it be me?
You already are. You're doing
Yeah.
in real time. Well,
I know.
I know.
Unfortunately, we are.
They're cutting the lights on us.
My heart feels so
Sun's cutting
warm.
the lights.
Extra is on.
But we just want to say thank you so much for coming on
so
our
much.
show and sitting with us. You always have a seat with us
Oh, yes,
at our
please.
table. So yeah, definitely make sure to follow April, see what is going on. Check her out in April.
Let them know your handles where they can find you online.
Oh, April Julian Cakes. Yeah, on all the socials.
She's our friend.
I want to come back. Let me come back.
Please come back.
Until the next time, guys, another TITA episode in the bank. You know where to find us, and go and be great.
Yes.
Hey.
Follow that path. Up there.